welcome to Cinco de Mayo.
Hello. Let's see. What?
Oh, I'm crossing my legs.
I know. We're like, oh my goodness. And I'm coming in.
And we're coming in.
Okay.
Coming in hot.
Well, I think we're gonna cut off the top of my head.
Oh no.
It'll be okay.
I thought.
Here we go. I'll lean. I'll look casual. So
cash and stuff.
Cash and stuff. So Cinco de Mayo. I think everyone knows it's Cinco de Mayo. Anyone on Snap has probably been a taco head at some point today.
Which I thought was interesting. Out of all the things to choose, Snapchat, why a taco head?
I don't know. Taco Bell sponsored it.
Oh.
So let's talk about sponsorship.
Do they have something like Chipotle? Like if you wear something, you can jump in or something like that?
You know, I'm not sure. But
I'd be all about that.
Yeah. Come on, let's talk.
No, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we love Chipotle.
Oh my goodness. No, that's Halloween, I think.
I think you're right, because you can get a free burrito.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, anyhow. So we're cheers to Cinco de
Cheersing
Mayo.
to Cinco de Mayo, which is the Day of the Dead.
Excuse me while I joke. That would be no.
Did I get that wrong? Oh no. I just offended millions of people. Not that millions of people are watching, but they were.
Because I think that millions of people are out doing Cinco de Mayo. Olé!
Okay, no, but really, what is the meaning of Cinco de Mayo?
Well, a lot of people think that, hey, Colleen, a lot of people think that it's the day that Mexico gained freedom, but I learned today from a coworker who, I know.
So nobody died.
Nobody died. So, actually, it was a battle. There was some major battle, and now they...
Well, people did die.
Yeah, people did die, but it wasn't the Day of the Dead.
What's the Day of the Dead, then?
Oh, golly, I don't know. It's Thursday. Really? You're going to quiz me on the Day of the Dead?
It's got to be something.
Cinco de Mayo?
Maybe.
Basically, the history
Hi, Lauren.
teacher.
Welcome. Thank you for sharing.
I know.
Okay, we're trying to figure out. I obviously completely butchered Cinco de Mayo. I thought it was the Day of the Dead.
It was funny.
It's not.
No, it's not the Day of the Dead. It just isn't. It just isn't the Day of the Dead.
We're gonna get.
And we're moving on.
So let's talk about how it's May.
Let's talk about how it's May, and it's like my heat in my house is on because why? Because it's barely 40 degrees here where we live.
Barely 40 degrees. I don't know about anyone else on here, but it's barely 40 degrees in the Ohio area. And I pulled out my winter coat.
Hey, Heather.
And that was that's a problem.
That's a major problem. When you have to turn on your heat.
In May.
In your house.
Problem.
And you...
Hi, Emily.
And you throw on your heated seats in your car, there is a problem.
In May.
Yeah, hashtag problem.
Hashtag in May.
Yeah.
So
not liking that.
No, but I heard it's supposed to get warm this weekend, so I'm really excited about that.
I did hear that.
But that doesn't mean much around here.
No, it's Ohio.
It's Ohio.
And it'll go back down to 30.
Yeah, it's kind of like a joke.
It kind of is. It's a cruel joke.
Yeah, okay.
It's very cruel. Yes.
The fact that I'm wearing color.
I know. Can we talk about that? Good one, Lauren. Good eye.
Thank you, Lauren. Here's the thing about this color.
Let's talk about it.
I was wearing a different something, and then I realized that it was the color of the wall
behind us,
and I blended in for a solid minute. So I thought,
right,
therefore,
Emily, so true.
Yeah.
So, and what do we do when we need color?
We go to each other's closets.
That's right. We find something.
And today it's the green jacket. So I have black on underneath. Don't worry.
She's still true
I didn't forsake my roots, okay?
No. Right.
So if anybody else has anything to chime in about Cinco de Mayo, since I obviously have no idea what it means, which is not my thing, let us know.
Please.
Because, thank you. Because we need to be educated on that.
We do.
Even though you know more than I do.
Well, only because Austin today at work gave me a little bit of a history lesson.
I didn't know
he basically said it's kind of a made-up holiday in the States because they just want to sell more Mexican food.
And drink.
I don't know. And drink. And
I can see that.
Of course. Cheers.
Cheers to Cinco de Mayos.
And drinks.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I didn't even know it was Cinco de Mayo until I got on my Snapchat and there was a filter for it. Hi, Kendra.
Hey, Kendra.
There's a filter.
I know, I was a taco head.
Yeah, there's a taco.
Okay, if you guys are on Snap and you were a
Yes.
taco head today, put a number 1 in the feed.
Yes.
Yeah, so
let
we
us
know.
if you, because if you're on Snap and we don't know, then we can't turn it on. So, margaritas. These are esque margaritas.
These are Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Hard margaritas.
Yeah.
If that counts.
Kind of. I think it counts.
I think it is too. I love that everyone that is on tonight can talk with us about adulting.
I know, right? Adulting.
Adulting, which the meaning of adulting,
Let's talk about it. It means acting like an adult.
literally,
That's the
meaning.
Webster's Dictionary, is acting like an adult.
Hi, Lauren. Welcome. You
Hey,
can
Lauren.
so jump in on this. Okay,
Yes.
so
we are going to talk about adulting.
adulting, because has anybody seen those puppies that are like laying flat on the floor and it says, "I don't want to adult today"?
Yeah.
My background on my phone, because it is okay. I don't care what age you are. Nobody wants to adult at some point. Hey, Megan, welcome.
It is true. Hey, Megan.
You can jump in on this too.
Yes.
Yes. So, how do you adult? Let's talk about in high school years when you were told that you had to wear a suit to an interview.
Oh,
That's an
dear
adult
God.
moment.
That's an adult moment. And
How did you adult?
again, it's too much. It's too much to handle some days. I'm telling you, at any
I
age,
know.
it's too much to handle some days. Some days
Yeah,
it
why
really is.
But why
I
is
mean,
it?
come
Why
on.
is it that some people can adult every day and they make it look so easy? I can sometimes barely get out of bed and adult, and they can literally go all day and adult.
I think it depends on your focus.
Do you think?
I do. I think it depends on your focus and your goals. Because if you're going to strive to be very successful, then there's no way around it. You have to learn to adult and adult well. And adulting, I think
How do you adult bad?
I think adulting. Hold on. I think adulting gets a bad rap because people associate adulting with lack of fun, lack of adventure, lack of spontaneity, lack of serendipity, and the truth is, adulting has all of that and more. If you are adulting and you're not having fun and you're not adventurous and you're not bringing joy into your life, then you're adulting badly.
So you can poorly adult.
Oh, hands down. I think
Kills me.
I'm learning.
Lauren says, I think I'm learning. My coworker and Anna both said they don't feel like adults until they hit their 30s. Really?
Really?
Hi, Michelle. Welcome. 20s are the toddler years of adulting. I think that is so true. It's like training wheels in your 20s.
20s definitely you're figuring things out.
That is so true.
For sure. We're trying to keep up here with you guys.
No, in your 20s, Hey, Michelle. I am in my 20s, and every day I wake up and feel like I have no idea what's going on.
Well,
Does anybody feel like that? Please tell me I'm not by myself.
Right.
Please tell me.
You're not.
There's no way.
Chime in.
Even though I see all of my
right.
friends that are the same age, and they are like just adulting well, and I feel like I'm adulting barely.
But again, your 20s are when you
know.
figure all that out, and that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, but when you hit your 30s, what's the switch? How do you adult in your 30s? What's the difference between adulting in your 20s and adulting in your 30s?
I think in your
Chime in because you're all in some category of this.
Lauren. Adulting in your 20s is you're going through that transition out of college into a more regulated, structured lifestyle. Because if you're graduating
Like bedtimes?
Well, if you're graduating
What does that mean?
college, right, and
Right.
you're going, and if you're career oriented, you're going into a serious career.
That's true.
You have goals. You see yourself at 30 at this benchmark, right?
That's true.
You are learning how to work towards that benchmark, and so therefore, those, partying all night, drinking all night, getting 2 hours of sleep, wearing your pajamas into the classroom, things like that, or all black, whatever you do, you have to start shedding those things aside if you're going to learn how to adult well and hit that benchmark.
So do you think that to adult well you have to have goals?
Yes.
10 years of life
I do.
experience. Yes, Kendra, that is, yes. That is
Yes.
why we need you in to chime in on this. Because the neat part about this is we're on two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah,
But both of us feel like we don't adult well some days.
that's absolutely true.
So what
I think that when you get to my end of the spectrum, I think not adulting well means that you have left your adventure aside. You have decided that you're at the last half of your life, which is just ridiculous. Hi, Sharon. Hey, Jeannie. You feel like you're just going to sit this out and kind of slide into your last half of your life.
That's true.
You're going to lose your adventure. You're going to lose your fun because it may seem immature, or you may feel invalid, or as if you shouldn't do that for some reason. And that is poor adulting, because for your whole life, you should be out there pushing yourself for adventure, getting outside your box, doing things that make you feel completely afraid, and that will engage you into life. That's good adulting.
That is good adulting. I think, and maybe you guys are right because you say there's experience, because I know Lauren May said, I think social media makes adulting harder because all of our 20s peers are only posting their life successes. So we think everyone is adulting better than us. It's a facade.
Lauren, I was just talking about this tonight. Oh my goodness.
No, you honestly were.
No, seriously, great point. Okay, social media. So I adore social media.
Yeah, but we only see the 1% of social media.
We only see the 1%. And I was just talking to Corinne about this tonight about Snapchat, because I spent the weekend in New York, and it's a really hard transition coming back into the Dayton area. My Snap feed was really fun in New York. I mean, good God, you can walk down the sidewalk and you've got great Snap feed, right?
Katy Perry's on the sidewalk in New York.
Yeah, it's just
with her
crazy.
cat.
Hey, Cody. And you come back to Dayton and you have to really think about that, because as I said to Corinne, I said, okay, if I snap my feed on a daily basis, it's going to look almost a little bit boring in a way. And yet I love my life. I mean, I push myself out of the box all the time.
You know, the funny thing too is, Lauren is so with you.
But I want to be authentic,
That's
right?
very true.
Yeah.
You do. But has anyone ever looked at a Snap or Instagram or Facebook in the morning and you see all these posts of like amazing things and you're like, I can barely get out of bed?
Right. Yeah, my Snap in the morning.
You're like, what am I doing with my life?
When I think about my snaps in the morning, though, it really is what my morning's like.
That is very true.
Because I do get up, I'm fairly routine this way.
If we move it away from Snap, if you look at like a Facebook or an Instagram, they really are 1 second snippets of people's lives, and normally they're the best part of people's lives.
Oh, always. Okay.
Always.
Who's really been real on social media? How often have you and I really shown like the non-makeup face?
That's true.
Everyone.
That's true.
Very rarely.
We
have done it.
On
very
the
rarely.
occasion.
Yeah. When we're so exhausted that we can't
forget.
even move. We're like, oh.
Yes.
Even
No,
that.
it's very true. And it's difficult because there's almost like a social media standard.
In a way. And yet I'd like to change that dialogue. I'd like it to be more realistic. And realistic has its amazing moments, its challenging moments, and its I just failed moments.
Yes.
And you know what? I love failing. You know why?
Getting there.
I know. But you know what? Everything that is a great success was a million fails before you got there. And so if you choose to like not fail, you're sitting stagnant because you're not moving, doing anything.
That is true. But the failing part is hard. Trust me, I'm in my 20s, it's the worst.
Well, I think, okay, so even though I like failing, it doesn't mean I like the feeling of failure.
That's good.
I have to push through that to see the good in it.
That is true.
Because I don't like the feeling of it.
That is very true.
I'm highly goal-oriented.
Lauren Enright said, I think the difference between 20s and 30s is confidence. You don't care as much what others think when you have more confidence, which comes off as being more of an adult.
Yes. You know
I would
what?
definitely agree with that.
Although
Hi, Patty. Welcome.
Hey, Patty. Yes, definitely. But that learning of confidence and dealing with that inner voice that really tries, that negative voice that we all hear. Hey, Joy. You have to deal with that all of your life, because you can not adult well later in life.
That is so true.
That same lack of confidence. Seriously.
That is very true. And Sharon says, I never wear makeup, and failing helps you learn and grow, which is so true. But
that is true.
It's difficult because we live in a world where failing is so frowned upon. Think of school. Well, if you fail, you get a bad grade.
That's true. School has set you up wrong that way. But when you start to, depending on what you're striving for in life, but let's say you're striving because we're entrepreneurs, so we surround ourselves with other successful entrepreneurs, and we are reading and learning from really solid business people. And when you start to surround yourself with very success-oriented business people, you realize like that stigma of failure is totally annihilated, because the realization of the fact that that actually will lead to great success. When you get into those circles of really strong business people, the mindset has changed.
But let's break it down a little bit. If you're not an entrepreneur, if you're not, I know I should turn music on.
I know we were going to do.
If you're not in business though, would you correlate that to your friend group instead of a business group?
Yes, and let's talk about that. Let's
Because
talk about your
success is
friend
not only
group.
in business.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
how adulting in the real world is what it is. So. Actually, let's do this. Lauren says, what tips do you have for displaying confidence when you're totally not feeling confident? Lauren, great question.
We dealt with that tonight.
Tonight. Who doesn't deal with that? Jordan, hey.
Yeah, we went to an event. Hey, Jordan. We went to an event tonight after we've had just a crazy, amazing week, but crazy, that kind of week that, basically have no energy left, and 5 outfits later, you're still not happy.
Lauren Enright, definitely jump in on this, because you posted the question in the first part about gaining confidence. So tell us how you've done that over your years. So keep going.
So what did we do? So we're in the car and we're like, okay, we've got this. We talked ourselves into it. We're like, we've got this.
We can do this.
We got this. Hey, Gary, thanks for popping in. And we just self-talked ourselves, got out of that car, put our heads up high, and owned the room.
Welcome,
when we
Paula.
got in there.
Paula. But that is hard.
It's very hard. You have to push through it.
It's also hard at any age to walk in and be confident, especially when you're younger.
Well, I think even when you're older.
You think?
Absolutely.
Because I walk in, I'm like, I'm so young.
I know. You walk in with that side.
So uncomfortable.
I know. And I walk in with the other side of, I am older, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm in a different part of life. And a lot of people are like, you just don't have a voice here because you don't even get it.
I can see that.
I mean, seriously, that's wrong.
I can see that.
It's
hard. It's so hard. And I think if you don't feel like this, if you're a woman or man, do not feel like this walking into a room, then I would love to meet you. Because I think everybody has some kind of feeling when they're walking into some kind of situation of panic.
I agree. One thing
I don't care if you're confident or not.
Right. One thing I've learned though is, the butterflies you feel in your stomach?
You mean the sick feeling? Like you want to puke? Got it.
Yeah, got it.
You call them butterflies.
Instead of thinking about it as nerves, thinking about it as excitement.
You can think
that you're so excited to
get up in
do
front
that.
Of people.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? Just because I love it, people are like, well, you're outgoing, you can talk in front of people. Totally different.
Yeah.
Does not mean I like to talk in front of people. I could talk.
Sure.
Forever.
Right.
But I just, when
you're up on that stage and you've got 1,000 people looking at you, you're like,
okay. Yeah, I'd rather not adult now. Let's adult tomorrow. Adult on social media.
Excuse me, I'm going back to bed.
Excuse me, I'm going to go straight back to my pillow.
You never panic. Oh, Jordan.
I just roll with any situation.
Yeah, right. We know you.
Well, you know what? You need to be teaching classes on that, sir.
Let us help you with your webinar, Jordan.
Yeah, we can set up a webinar and we'll put you on.
We will. Absolutely.
Oh, Lauren, I do the opposite. I talk myself down.
Lauren.
Psychologically, I heard that's a really bad thing to do.
Yeah.
I basically stare in the mirror and say, okay, worst case scenario, this sucks and I don't get the job. I've done that before. Or we won't go on a second date, so I don't get overly pumped. Then more cool and collected because I've already worked through the worst case scenario.
Oh, good point. So I did that in New York too, because I had let's be brave in New York. So I'm in New York. My husband has stuff all during the day, and I'm like, all right, put your big girl panties on, because what is the worst thing that can happen? I can get on the wrong subway, go the wrong way, get off, and get back on. Oh, really? What's the worst thing?
That is
nothing.
I could see that happening.
So, Lauren, I agree. Talking about that, what's the worst case scenario? It's usually easy to walk through that.
Yeah, and if you plan for the worst, sometimes I think it can be a negative and a positive, because you do prepare yourself for a disappointing outcome for the situation, but at the same time, I don't know.
Well, and I didn't look at it as a disappointment.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't look at what's the worst case scenario. Oh, I'm going to look awful or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
I looked at it as what's the worst thing that can happen? Like, so what? So I get on the wrong subway or I walk, and I did this. I got on the wrong subway. I made a new friend while I was on there. People were really
true.
nice. I was like, yay. Hey, Mallory. And got off and got back on the right
That's
subway.
true.
I walked a block the wrong way, too far in the rain. Big deal. Turned
Michelle
around.
says, I feel like fake it till you make it gets me through a lot of new situations. It's usually not as bad after some time with a new group.
So true.
But so awful walking into a new group. I just gonna say.
Let's take a moment of silence.
Take a moment of silence for walking into a new group by yourself.
Yeah.
Jake, actually, you need to give some. Jake is a good friend. He is actually in the Wisconsin area, so I'm so glad he's joined. But he's really good with people. And so, Jake, you need to give some advice real quick on how you adult and how you deal with situations when you walk into a group, because he's the guy to do it.
Yeah, and Paula says, got to go with intuition and trust your gut, believe in the positive. And that's true, having that positive outlook.
Katie Well, welcome.
Hey, Katie.
We're talking about how to adult.
Right.
And you and I both know you're like the queen of adulting, so you need to chime in on your biggest adulting skill.
Everybody loves your jacket.
I know. Little do you know it's Jody's. Little do you know that right before this, like a minute before this, I realized my other jacket blended into the wall.
There
like
you
a
go.
Ghost. Hi, Erica.
Hey,
Welcome.
Erica.
Molly, welcome,
Hey,
welcome.
Molly.
Cinco de Mayo, we're talking about how do you adult in your 20s, 30s, 40s,
50s.
50s.
60s.
I think you cannot adult in your 60s.
I agree.
I wish people didn't adult in their 60s.
Well, that would not look good because they would basically be sitting around stagnant with nothing to do. That's not adulting well in adult situation.
Well, or they could be more spontaneous and not adult.
Spontaneous, I think, is adulting well.
You're right.
Not adulting in your 70s is sitting and watching TV.
That is true. That is not
Talking
really
about
true
aches and
adults.
pains.
That is very, very true.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
That's true.
Stay active.
That is true.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you on that.
There you go.
Always staying active.
Always pushing yourself outside your box. And speaking of going into those rooms, rooms of people that you don't know, one thing that we're learning is we're learning to talk to people and ask them about themselves. Everybody's favorite subject is themselves.
That is true.
And so if you
it's not a bad thing. It's just
you ask questions about who they are, what they do, take that secondary level. What do you think about that? How does that make you feel?
Yes.
You will find out that it becomes really comfortable.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
And
if
the
you
more
get
that-
someone talking, normally it goes in the right direction. Well, most of the time it goes in the right direction.
Most of the time. And if not, you can excuse yourself.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I think I see my friend over there. Wait, what all can we say? Go ahead, give a good excuse me.
Oh, I think I left my purse in your car.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you guys have to get some excuses. Has anybody ever given
Oh, we need good excuses.
a really bad excuse like, I need to go brush my hair? I mean, I've accidentally given some like, oh, I need to go get, stuff.
You have you? Yes, she has. Oh,
Especially
my gosh.
those marketing events that you go to in your 20s.
We're not working events anytime. Sometimes
I think I left something in the corner. I mean, anything at that point to just get the heck out of Dodge.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Hey, Amy. Hey, Bailey. Thanks for jumping in. Wait. Where'd she go?
I just can't.
Self-discipline, Lauren.
Oh, stop it.
I fold the laundry in an hour.
Oh,
You
that's
both
good that
seem
you do
dedicated,
laundry.
focused women. How do you train yourself to be disciplined when you don't want to do something? Oh, Lauren, we're going to pull the veil down. Shh, honey, it doesn't matter. It's really, really difficult to discipline yourself.
It's so difficult.
It's so difficult. And some days or in some weeks, you'll be on a roll and you'll feel like, I have conquered discipline. And then, boom.
And then you
So,
tell yourself you're going to work out the next day.
and then you don't.
And then
But
you don't.
what I think for me, and then you
Anyway.
can speak for you,
Okay, if you
For
speak
me,
for you, I'll speak for me.
that makes sense. We'll do
This
that.
is adulting well, everyone.
Together. One thing when it comes to usually those things that you're having trouble with self-discipline or things that you don't really want to do, and yet when you get them done, it feels great. Most of the times
Like
I have,
running.
or laundry or cleaning. Like for me, it's cleaning. Like I love a clean house, but I hate the function of cleaning my own house. I have to think about the end result and how great that feels when my house is finally clean. And then I do things that make me feel good in the process, like great music. I mean, my favorite kind of music, right?
Yes.
Yes. What is wrong
I'm
with
so
you?
sorry,
Are you
Marty.
laughing because I have dishes in the sink?
No, that's not it at all. I'm actually laughing at Lauren's comment because
Oh,
she
what'd
goes,
you say?
once I pretended to be on the phone to avoid talking to someone, and then my phone rang, and I just said, oh, someone's on the other line.
That's happened to all of us.
Group
It's
escape
happened to you.
fail.
Yeah.
You don't even want to know how many times it's happened to me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just can't adult. You cannot enter in the conversation with someone else, so you just want to walk right on by and just kind of be like, oh, sorry, I'm on the phone.
Be right back.
Be right back. And it's like, dun, 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 dun.
Like,
oh.
it's not silent. Oh.
So, yeah, things are a little nuts when it comes to that area. But, hi, Donna, welcome.
Hey, Donna.
Yes, I think I put things off. So it's like, oh, well, I'll get up and work out at 9. Well, 9 o'clock hits and I'm like, I'll get up and I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And I never, ever, ever do it. And I think I have to have a group. I have to have a community. So if I had a group of people going, it might motivate me a little bit more. But I'm a group person. Like I need, a group around me.
And that's exactly the same thing.
Yes.
When you know that you like working out or whatever, the thing that will help you is that group. That's hey Madison. That's like my music for. It's that thing that helps me get through it. What is that thing for you that will help you get through it? What is that reward that will help you get through it? For you, it's community. It's being surrounded together.
Yes, because
it's music.
I draw my energy from other people. I'm an
Yes.
extreme extrovert. And some people don't. They draw their energy from being by themselves and alone.
That's
kind of like a punishment. Like when I was a kid, my parents would tell me to go in my room by myself. Worst punishment ever.
For me, it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's me.
But it's finding that thing. It's
It is
finding that
finding-
reward. Whatever it is.
Yes, but here's the problem. When I would work out, my reward would be like food. And so it would just cancel out my workout. Didn't work.
I thought your reward was the people around you.
Yes. But on second thought, it's definitely the food after the workout. Because I'm like, oh, I just burned like 150 calories. Or I thought I burned like 1,000. It was really like 15.
Nachos. Oh,
No.
Nachos. Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
So, what is everybody doing tonight? Obviously, you're on your phones, which
Right.
is
Hey,
fantastic
Joe, thanks
for
for
us.
popping in.
So, Mackenzie, I was going to try to say my reward would be good too. Food. No, but really. But that's the problem, because then I just canceled everything out. And then I just felt like I didn't adult well. I feel like people think those things through way better than I do. But I once saw someone eating Taco Bell burrito on the elliptical at Planet Fitness.
No way. Are you
That
serious?
is adulting well.
That's
What I like to call multitasking. Well.
Well, it's not training well.
No.
No.
But those are also the people that say, why can't I lose weight?
Maybe it's that burrito while you're.
Maybe it's
On the
Nacho
treadmill.
Bel Grande.
Do you
On your
think?
treadmill.
I'm thinking. I am thinking.
Excuse me while I do
there's Joy.
adulting.
Sometimes
Oh,
it's
Emily,
everyone.
it's so fun to have you on tonight. I hope you have a margarita on us and get the kids to bed, because that is a healthy way to adult.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so
That
Joy said, well, I'll go to Emily first, because Emily, she says, excuse me while I do adulting, putting my 3 kids to bed.
Oh,
Yeah, and your kids are so cute.
They're adorable.
We love them.
Yes.
And then Joy says, sometimes it's overwhelming to look at the long run. It's best to take one day at a time or one step at a time, easy bites. And that's really true.
That's
A lot
true.
of times I tell myself what? What is my big saying when we have something big?
Don't eat the elephant.
It's all about the elephant. It's eat the elephant one bite at a time.
Okay, close.
Because we have we have a really fun major project we're working on right now.
So fun. You guys are going to die with excitement.
No, really, you're going to die.
You're going to die. Like, I don't keep secrets well, and it's a struggle.
And we're keeping it.
And we're keeping it.
But it's one of these, it's very, very big, and so it's eat that elephant one bite at a time so we can get it done.
Yes, and I'm sure you guys all have elephants, whether it's family, career, goals, aspirations.
Cleaning your house.
That's a giant elephant.
Tomorrow in my life, it's spreading mulch. That's the reality, people. I'm spreading mulch. That's my date time with my husband tomorrow.
I'm not.
Spreading mulch.
Huh.
Yeah. But, it'll be fun. We'll do something.
Sharon said, work out first thing in the morning or push yourself. Once you get to that groove, it's fantastic. See? It's getting to that groove.
And I'll tell you one thing. Sharon, who's joining us, she has lost, girlfriend, it's over 50 pounds or something. She looks freaking amazing.
So she's adulted well.
She's adulted well. I have watched her journey, so inspirational.
Okay,
no lie.
I have to hear the story now.
No lie. Sharon, share a little bit if you're, you've posted about it.
Shannon, welcome. I love having you on. Katie said, Jeff said he adults by eating ice cream for breakfast. You know what? Me and Jeff are on the same page.
Look, Jeff, it's milk. Just throw some cereal on
true.
top.
It's all a perspective.
It is. It is. Why does this keep
here?
It's on like
hand it to me.
It's on like on 1 second. Shut it down. So I say ice cream is a milk product. Throw some cereal on it, and because adulting doesn't mean no fun.
That's so true.
Now, ice cream every single morning, you're gonna have a weight issue, but ice cream with cereal on top, or just ice cream.
I think it can be done.
I think it can be done.
You can adult that.
That doesn't mean you're not adulting.
No.
So anyway, Sharon has lost all this weight.
That's fantastic. Sharon doesn't do ice cream in the morning then.
No, probably not. But she also has, I've seen her have some really fun things, on occasion.
I think everything in moderation.
I agree.
I really do. And that's not just food, that's everything.
I'm not sure what that everything means because we could go in a lot of different directions. So we're just going to stay, hey, Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll stay there.
We're going to G-rated. G-rated.
Oh, I was thinking like friends and family. Please, Jody, why do you share with everyone what you were thinking?
Cinco de Mayo!
Wow. Yes, everything, even people. Katie, I'm with you. I think that you can adult well, but I think adulting well too means people in moderation.
No, I agree. It's learning to say no.
Ooh. That is a whole other topic for a whole other night.
It is.
The art of saying no. And keeping to the no.
Yes.
Because that's even harder than saying no.
It's true. It is true.
That is, that's like
Okay, so let's talk about, because we said this was Adulting Well Fashion Edition. So let's talk about what it looks like from a clothing perspective to adult well.
Whew.
Okay, so my first feedback with this.
So many things running through my head right now.
I know. I'm like, here, I'll jump in.
So you see them on the daily.
On the daily. Okay, ladies, adulting well means that your skirts, when you sit, do not show your hoo-ha.
Yes.
No, really, that's adulting well.
Yes. Hi, Ashley.
Now, that doesn't mean, hey, Ashley, that doesn't mean they're down to your ankles unless it's a midi skirt and you're rocking it well, because
you can do that.
I love the midi skirt. But it means that when you sit down, you've only got about 3 inches above your knee max.
Okay, adulting well means that if you want to go out, I don't care what age you are, you can wear heels. That is not a young thing. I've had so many people say, well, I'm old. I'm too old to throw on heels. No, you're not.
That's not true.
That is not true. Heels are the best butt lift I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
No matter what age.
Even if they're a kitten heel. So even if you've got a half-inch heel, anything to give you a little bit of lift, a wedge, they are great at every age.
They're fantastic. And it doesn't make you look too young.
No.
You know what else? What else? Okay, wait. Sharon said started at 208 and now I'm at 148.9 so far. Fantastic.
I know. See? Right.
That's huge.
I know. I told you. It's amazing.
It is amazing. I admire anyone that can lose that amount of weight because I can barely get up to go to the gym in the morning. So props to you. That's fantastic. Yeah. And it gives you a new life. That's a new life.
I know. I know. It
Yeah.
has truly, Sharon, been inspirational
Yeah.
to watch you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm about to break everyone's bubbles. I don't care what age you're in.
Here we go. Hope you're sitting down.
You can find something at Forever 21.
Okay, so
No, it's the truth.
so my silence isn't that you can't find something. I agree. You definitely can.
You can still shop there even if you're not in your
Yes.
20s.
My
You can.
yes, I
Okay,
agree.
I just
I
wanted to make sure she agreed
support
with me.
her.
Thank
I
you.
support her.
Thank you.
150% that it's possible. Here's where I'm changing.
Uh-oh.
And it has to do with fast fashion and sustainability and
Yes.
taking care of our workers. And unfortunately, Forever 21 does not do well in those areas. And I'm right now, because of all the research and working hand in hand with our young designers and that, I've had a different feel about different stores.
We can go there another day. But
But
if you wanted to find something, just because you walk in and you're in your 20s does not mean that you
No.
cannot find something there.
you definitely can.
That's all I'm saying.
They
And we
always-
can go into your topic later.
Okay,
That
so
is a
that-
complete rabbit trail.
right. But you see where it was at.
I see where she's
So
at,
I was
but
being real about that. But that aside, we will tell you this, that there really is something for everyone.
that is true. And our screen is starting to blink at us.
Your connection is weak. That's very interesting. So if yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. Hi, Lauren. Let's see, Forever 21. I can't. Hopefully, you
I
guys
just
can
mentioned
see.
Forever 21. Oh, she
Yeah.
did. She said, I've been learning to adult with my wardrobe, which is so difficult.
It is.
Okay.
But you can do it in a very stylistic and a really unique style
Yes.
to yourself.
And you
and
know,
everywhere.
if you do want to adult well, and Lauren is right, start investing in pieces of clothing.
Yes.
Yes. And when I talk
Own
to
less, but better.
yes, and when I talk Forever 21, I mean something that's trendy, you can still find it there. I'm not saying go and buy your whole wardrobe there. That is not what I'm saying.
No. T-shirts.
I'll give you that one.
I mean, right?
Yeah, no.
T-shirts. We do
Yes.
find some really great T-shirts.
My
there.
point was, at any age, you can walk in there and not look out of place as long as you're looking for the right thing.
That's so
That's
true.
all I'm saying.
That's so true. And we have so many women say, "Well,
So many
my daughter shops there. I just feel funny."
Yes.
But no. You don't buy the same thing as your daughter, but there are key pieces there.
That are less expensive if you do not have the money to invest in
Right.
the real deal, which
Absolutely.
we are all there at some point. So
Oh, and
yeah.
it doesn't matter what stage in life you
No.
go through an ebb and flow. That
Yes.
sometimes you have abundance and you have some extra you can invest in a piece, and
Sometimes you do not.
Sometimes you just literally do not.
No.
No.
So that was my point in that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Lauren said it's freezing. We're blurry. I think we're good now. But
Okay.
yeah, we'll.
I hope
yeah.
it's better now. So just let us know how the picture is on your site.
Michelle did make a good point. Do you have the patience to shop at Forever 21?
Oh, girlfriend,
You know
I'm
what?
with you. How many times do I have problems in there? It's overwhelming.
It's like the Charming Charlies of clothes. Like you walk in and sometimes you just want to like run back out.
That's really true.
You have to be in the right mood.
You have to be in the right mood. Yes, you definitely have to be in the right mood. And I think it's really good to go in with an idea of what you're looking for. And that way you can scan it and you don't have to go through every rack. You're just scanning for those key items that you
Yes,
want
and
to
I always grab one of the people with I said, listen, there's 2 stories here. We're gonna find this because
Yeah.
I'm not spending an hour in this place.
Right.
Yes, and actually, Katie has a great question.
Yes.
What's your honest take on thrift stores? Hashtag adulting on a budget.
Oh, first of all, we do budgets
Love
well,
them.
and we love thrift stores.
Love them. And they're great finds.
Oh,
Investment piece great finds
yes.
at thrift stores.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
We can't say it enough.
we
Yes.
can't. We shop thrift stores.
We do.
We shop thrift stores globally.
Like, yes, secondhand everywhere.
Globally.
And they are everywhere, which is fantastic.
yes.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say shop thrift stores first.
Hey, Amy, thanks for
If you
popping
can't
in.
find them, go to where you might. There's a place to find them.
Yeah, and if you live in the Dayton area,
Yes.
Clothes That Work has the best boutique around.
Oh my word.
I mean, it is the best secret. We
Amazing.
tell people about it all the time, and so few people believe us. But I'm telling
Seriously.
you what, look it up. Clothes That Work. Their
Yes.
boutique. Go and shop it. You will
have
be
to.
so
Hi, Lisa.
shocked.
Welcome. Yes. No,
Hey,
but
Lisa.
really, and there are so many boutiques. Am I saying that right?
Boutiques.
Boutiques.
You got it.
Okay. There are so many of those in the Dayton area.
Uh-huh.
And they have the neatest clothes
They
from
do.
places that are all over the country because they go
Yeah.
and they source them out of either in Atlanta or in LA or New
Mm-hmm.
York. And so there are just some hidden finds, and we will actually go more into those too at
We will.
some point because they're amazing.
Hey, Emily.
Amazing.
Yeah, and consignment stores. There's some really great consignment stores around here too
Yes.
that are worth looking
That are
at.
so worth. Okay, so
Yeah,
Joyce
love
says,
it.
my husband has a question.
Yes.
Good. Why do famous designers have outfits on the runway that are outrageous? And are they adulting or being playful?
Oh, well, that's a really
That's
good
a great
question. And what
question.
you need to understand about the runway is there are two different segments, first of all, that designers show. They show couture looks, and then they show retail looks.
Define couture looks.
So couture looks are pieces of art that are specifically created as a piece of art. They are not created to be worn in a public venue.
Other than Lady
At
Gaga.
all. Well, and that's for
And that's-
show.
that's
I mean,
for
that's
show.
that's a totally different.
That is a totally different.
That's totally
but
different.
think of her,
But-
that's couture most of the time.
Right, and that's for show. But so the really crazy, outrageous things, those are usually couture, and they're usually pieces of art, and people who buy them store them as pieces of art.
Yes.
So that's that. The other thing is that you need to know about runway. Even in the retail sector, you'll see maybe like a headpiece that someone wouldn't normally wear, or maybe a shoe that's more artistic. It is a theatrical event,
Yes.
and so they're giving you the essence of what they are seeing or
Yes.
what they want to show you. But then when it hits the stores, it's wearable.
Yes.
So always remember, it's a theatrical event. And couture is always about, it's just about a concept. It's art. It's
yeah,
not to be
for
worn
sure.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
What do you have?
would you sum that up as, by adulting, I'm taking it as, are they being wise with what they're doing with putting it out there when no one's really going to wear it? Are they adulting in the fashion world well?
Yeah, absolutely, because
Yeah.
we're talking about art creation, creation of art.
But
It
people
would
don't
be the
understand
same. It'd be the same as going and buying a Jack Pollock. I mean, it's
an
splattered.
art piece.
It's art pieces. It's splattered. Some people understand his particular mode of artistry, and some people say, "Oh my gosh, I can do that with spin art." I mean,
Exactly.
So
Or stick
it's-
figures.
right.
Or I could throw up on it.
Right. So it's really a piece of art, and I believe it's adulting well. And the sad thing is very few designers are even doing couture anymore,
Yes, because it's
and that's going to be
no
a lost
one,
art.
a lot of people don't see fashion as a piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
They see it as something to wear, and if they cannot wear it, then therefore it's not art. It's just kind of extravagant. But a lot of designers see their clothing as an art piece. You would keep
it
it in a
is.
glass case in your home, and people do that.
Right. Right.
So I hope that answers your question. That was a
Yes.
great question.
And I will say one thing, that if you have the opportunity to go see the first Monday in May, the documentary that just came out, it will give you such a great perspective about just how a designer creates their designs and the intricacies that go into the making of a garment. I mean, I saw
It
it
is neat.
obviously, and it was a fantastic movie.
Yes,
Fantastic.
I still have yet to see it. So yeah, no,
Yes.
there is
Yeah, there is Victoria,
very
for sure.
educational. Good, Tom. I'm so glad.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm glad we could answer that for you.
Yeah.
Cool, great questions
I
tonight.
know, it's so exciting. It's making me think,
It is.
which is a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. Lauren
love
says,
it.
totally off topic question.
Oh, love it.
What did you guys think of Ashley Graham being on the cover of Sports Illustrated?
Thoughts? Okay, I'm going to be real with you. All of you. You ready?
Oh no!
I haven't seen the cover, so I have no thoughts on it
Yes,
yet.
I haven't either.
I'm sorry. I have been completely immersed in, I've been this week completely immersed in this huge project that you guys are going to be, it's so
so
amazing.
exciting. And you guys all need to be involved.
Oh,
so
it's
just
you
wait.
guys are gonna die. And then also in social media marketing.
Yes.
Actually, there's been some new things come out on Snap this week, and some business retail drives. So I've been like really immersed in business.
Yes, but if
So I'll
any of
have to
you-
look at it
If any of
more.
you guys saw the
We
Met,
should Google it really quick.
we should Google it. If any of you guys saw the Met, you saw that. What's her name? What's her name? I just talked about her today.
Oh, Emily.
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
Wore trash on the red carpet.
Yes.
Trash.
Her-
Everything was recyclable.
Everything was recyclable on her gown, which was absolutely amazing.
It was
Because
gorgeous.
again, I mentioned earlier, I'm really looking at the sustainability issue within the fashion industry
Yes.
and all that. And her dress was amazing.
Amazing. But
you would have never known.
But explain why she chose to wear trash.
She chose to wear trunks because of trying to make the carbon footprint less. She wore it to speak to the sustainability portion of fashion and the fact that they have got to do something about it because the business of fashion is the number 2 pollutant industry in the world.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Crazy to think about. Number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not an exaggeration, a realistic.
I think I see her.
Okay.
Ashley Graham.
Oh, I love it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Why? Oh, because she's a larger girl. Is that the question?
Yeah. Let us know what you're thinking on this so we can have a topic of conversation.
Yeah. Now I know it's Sports Illustrated, so we're not talking the ethical side or
no, we're not going
side.
to that.
No,
we're talking about the cover girl.
We're talking about putting a curvy girl on there. You know, it was Lauren, right, that asked this. I'm thrilled that they did this.
I think it's about time.
I think it's about time that they give equal
something
cover.
realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. It'll be interesting to see how people respond to it. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says, Lisa said the runway does highlight key features of wearable pieces like waistlines, flared legs, hemlines, etc.
Excellent point.
No, they do.
Excellent point.
There's so many different facets of runway that we love. One of them is becoming more sustainable, which is fantastic.
Yes.
One of them is ready to wear. It's going to highlight new trends, what's going to be out in stores that you would feel comfortable wearing.
Right.
And then the other portion of it is the art couture side, which is getting smaller by the second.
It is.
Which is unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate for so many reasons, but a lot of the artistry and actually the artisans that do all of the intricate work, that is being lost with time. Those stitches and that
the artistry
art is being lost, and that part grieves me.
Then we actually just heard about a designer who had an amazing form, I believe it was beadwork, and she died without teaching anybody what it was.
So now it's gone.
And now it's forever gone.
Forever gone. And that's
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'll let you answer this one.
Okay.
Do you think that models that are considered underweight should not be allowed to model, runway, etc. until they get a healthy weight?
No, because no. Unless, okay, so here's what I think.
There's a difference.
Here's how I will answer this. I think anyone who is modeling that is having psychological issues shouldn't be modeling at any size. Because you can have underweight models that are having mental, psychological problems, and that's what's causing them to be underweight, just like you can have overweight models that are having the same struggles. So I think it needs to be a healthy person, a person who's pursuing health mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yes, it's unfortunate because some larger models say overweight. No, that is their resting body weight and they are healthy.
Right.
And there's some models on the other end of the spectrum who are extremely lean and extremely thin. They get the same flack, and that is just their healthy resting body weight.
Oh my gosh, I grew up with, and she's still thin even in her later years, with a girl who, she was always thin. She used to eat milkshakes by the dozen trying to gain weight. She could not gain weight. Now, that's a rare thing, but it is a real thing, and she got so much flack.
I know, and I think it's unfair on both ends of the spectrum.
I agree. I think it's about being mentally, physically, and spiritually healthy, and that's who should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are both sides. There are the undernourished, and you can tell when they're undernourished. It is blatant. Okay.
Right.
And then there are the unhealthy in the other spectrum too. So I think it does go both ways. One does get more flack than the other, which is the unfortunate part.
I agree.
That's unfortunate.
I agree. Someone just who is
Is there Katie says, I think you two should both be on the front cover. Listen, girl.
Oh.
If you know someone that knows someone, tell them to call us.
Well, why not?
YOLO! We will adult well on
some
magazine cover.
That's right. At every age, we will adult well.
Yes.
That's funny.
So Lauren also said, is there a designer that you do not like or respect? That's a good question. I've never been asked that.
I've never been asked that I don't like or respect.
And then who's your absolute favorite designer?
Oh.
That's like asking my favorite color. That's not true.
That's not true. You have one.
It's like asking my favorite food.
No,
you just can't.
You have some favorite designers.
I do have some favorite designers, which some might surprise you. You know what? I'll give you the most shocking. Two of my favorite designers are Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
I love them with the Row and Elizabeth James. phenomenal collections.
like,
Phenomenal.
Devour their stuff when it comes out.
Amazing. If
Like,
you haven't looked
I
at
sleep
it,
with it.
oh, we die. We die.
Amazing. And everyone's like, oh, the Olsen twins. I'm like, look them up, okay?
Look 'em up.
Don't
Yeah.
even start with
So
me.
we do like them. We both like them. I love the Elizabeth and James line as well.
I love the real line, which is my favorite.
So yeah, it's easy to speak to our favorites because Coco Chanel is my favorite.
I mean,
And Carl has done no wrong.
Carl can do no wrong.
No, except for I have to say I don't love his Carl line.
I haven't even seen his Carl
It's
line.
very
He's a Carl line?
yeah, it's very Tokyo.
Oh.
Like that whole anime Tokyo feel.
You know
so
what?
That's not my favorite.
enough.
I like the elegance of Chanel.
Yes.
But
Chanel.
But someone I wouldn't respect. That's really hard. No one comes to mind to be honest, because
A lot of
I
them
have
are
I have a very different perspective on designers because I see them as artists.
Mm-hmm.
And so even though it may not be a style that I would personally wear, they're an artist and that's their art form. And there's no designer that comes to mind that would be so offensive to me that I would disrespect them. Does anyone come to mind that would be so
and honestly,
offensive?
you don't hear much about designers disrespecting each other either.
No.
They're they're very respectful. I think it's because everybody has their own way of explaining art to them.
Right.
So I haven't heard. It's not like a feud between a Kanye and a a Taylor Swift or something. The designers don't have those, as far as I can think of.
No,
they don't have
I can't
those.
think of either.
So,
I mean, there's been little qualms here and there, but nothing that's been a throwdown like that.
like On the Runway or something. Not like a Zoolander
Gosh,
moment.
great! I love that question.
I do too.
I love that question.
I'm loving all these questions.
I
Yeah,
know.
definitely. We
Great
have
night.
a few more minutes. Do you have any other questions about how to adult? How do you adult well? What was your biggest? What was a moment in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s that you had where you felt like you adulted well?
Yeah.
And what is the meaning of adulting?
It means acting like an adult.
That's literally the meaning.
That literally, I had to look it up. I was like, we're talking about adulting
What does that
last
mean?
night, and I had a concept. But I was like, let's see what Webster says about adulting. So that was.
We should look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, that would be.
That might be a little more telling.
That might be a little more telling. So we have. See if anyone chimes in, but we do want to give an announcement about some newness to our company.
We do.
Yes, and we want to congratulate some girls.
Oh,
we do.
Yeah,
I was like, she's
I'm
not
like-
getting this yet. I'm like, we didn't write out notes tonight because it's Cinco de Mayo. We thought we'd just wing it. Yeah.
And we haven't been on for a little bit because last week we did live from the runway.
Oh yes.
So that was a very, very different kind of night.
And it was really fun.
It was actually very, very fun.
Hi,
Hi,
Amanda.
Whoa, you're like, whoa. Yeah, we both saw you at the same time.
We
so
did.
I decided to say hi. She has a beautiful daughter, if anybody wants to know.
Oh my word. Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, she does.
So, okay, we have some really neat announcements.
We do.
Announcement. I wish we could sell more, but we have an announcement. We have taken on 3 beautiful ladies that are going to start working with us.
Yes.
So you will get to know them a little bit better.
We will.
We will introduce them on social media this week.
We will.
Cannot wait to share their talents. And
Oh.
they're amazing.
They are amazing. We
women,
are
so
so excited
So pumped.
to welcome them.
yes. So
Yes.
we might actually have them on next week.
That would be fun.
That
So
might
you guys
be
could-
actually pretty fun.
That would be fun. So we want to
Yes.
say welcome to
Welcome.
MJ
Mac.
and
Abby. So
Yeah.
you will meet them this week and then hopefully live next week. And
Right.
anything that you want, most anything that you want.
Yes, be kind.
Be kind.
Of course, you know what? We've had no problems on Facebook. People have been so
No.
kind. Yeah.
We haven't had any problems.
Yeah.
So,
we're very excited.
very, very
Can you
excited.
tell? Like we can't even.
We can't even.
We can't even
have
not
no idea.
smile
We
without.
love these women.
I
They
know.
are so talented. We cannot speak
Are.
enough about them. They went through a very crazy interview process.
They did. We are very picky. Like we are very, very picky about who will work with us.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good thing.
That
because
is.
we
I
look
bet they're
at
about
the-
to kill us.
We look at the health of the individual and, are they adulting well?
Are they adulting well?
And will they work well with us?
Yes, because that's a big deal.
Yeah, because our goal is always to mentor young women, anyone that comes in, that they would grow and we'd be able to pour into them, and that they would.
And everybody knows if you get in a situation with people and you don't adult and work well with them, always ends poorly.
It does. And
everybody has a story on that.
Oh, right. And that's not the type of leadership that we bring.
No. And we don't want anyone to have to go through anything like that.
No.
It's a nightmare.
So it is a rigorous interview process.
It was. Well, it turned into that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, God, I don't want to do this.
And I said, and I wouldn't hire you.
And I said, too late. You already work with me.
It's so funny. We went through the same thing before we committed to being business partners.
Yeah,
we did the exact same thing. True. So it's not anything that we haven't done.
No, that's very true.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Oh, Katie actually looked up adulting.
In the Urban Dictionary. Katie, you rock.
You are so on point right now. It's not funny.
Here you go. Okay. Adulting.
From the Urban Dictionary. Adulting, to do grown-up things and hold responsibilities such as a 9-to-5 job, a mortgage,
or rent,
car payment, or anything else that makes you think of grown-ups. Used in a sentence. Ready for this?
There you go.
Jane is adulting quite well today. She is on time for work, promptly at 8 a.m. and appears well-groomed. Well, if that's the case, then I am the worst adult in this chat.
That's not true. That's not true. Now look, first of all, I don't agree with 9 to 5 because not every profession is a 9 to 5 job.
So true.
I mean, good God.
If you are not a 9 to 5 job and you agree with that, definitely give it a like so we know that we're not alone here.
Yeah,
let's thumbs up on the right hand side.
Let's talk about adulting. I would love it to be a 9 to 5 job. Mine is I get up at 3 a.m.
She does.
Legit, like that's not an exaggeration. Yeah. Get up at 3 a.m., right?
You do.
Who knows when I go to bed?
I don't.
I
go to bed at 3 a.m. and
I try so hard to get in bed by 10. Hey, Elizabeth, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
No, so I guess hey Reed, I guess I would not be adulting well according to that.
According to this, I do not adult well either. So y'all are not alone.
Yeah.
Can't believe I just said y'all.
I know.
We're gonna forget about that.
But that's because you were talking to someone from.
Yes. Reed, slay it. Miss you. Katie, I definitely do not agree with the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. I know.
We don't either.
No.
Okay, if you can get up.
Well-groomed is a good one, though.
Well-groomed I will agree with.
Yeah.
I do think that is a healthy part of being an adult.
I agree. Even if you work from home, it's really important to get up, get ready.
I do think that's important.
No, it does.
Yes,
you work
for sure.
Psychologically, you work better.
Yes. Definitely. By the way, we're going to jump off here in about 2 minutes. So any last questions, let us know. But if you wouldn't mind sharing this so that other people can see the conversation, chime in about adulting. It's at the top. So just push share and it'll share to your screen and it'll show everyone else that we're live. Yeah. We can kind of get some other ideas of how everyone else adults.
I agree. Sharing is caring.
It's so caring. We should start like a hashtag in the mornings when we post.
Yes.
We can hashtag
sharing is caring.
Or how to adult.
Yes, or both.
Or both.
Hey, sharing is caring. How to adult.
How to adult.
Okay.
Yes.
So, any last questions or comments before we jump off of here? This has been phenomenal. You guys rock. Oh my.
Reed, you have it right. He says, I often get home from work, shower, and dress up for myself, even if I'm not going out.
Reed, so on point.
So important. And Lisa says, please adult y'all, putting it on a t-shirt. You know what? If you put that on a t-shirt, I will wear that t-shirt.
We should sell those t-shirts. Please adult y'all. I think that would sell.
Adult.
We need to design that.
We should have someone laying on the floor.
Oh, yes.
Because sometimes that's how I adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's awesome.
Hi, Tori. Welcome.
Hey, Tori.
I would wear the shirt. I'm just saying. That would be an Etsy phenomenon.
No, I think it would be.
Or what about a coffee mug?
We can go so many places
with this.
Lisa.
Please share this.
Lisa, we need to talk.
Share the live broadcast, y'all.
Yeah.
So everyone can chime in on this.
Sharing is caring. I'm just going to keep saying it.
I can see that. See that. It's time to go.
It is.
It's late.
You guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for joining. Next week, you will meet the fabulous
our new
women
interns.
who will be working with us. We are so excited.
We
You're
are.
going to love them just as much as we are.
You'll adore them.
We do. Yes, and you'll get to know them a little bit better. So
Yeah.
we will talk to you next week. Make sure to share the broadcast, and we will talk to you all soon.
Yes. Bye.
All right, bye, guys.